you think about who you are and who you've been to us over the years, does it feel good that people still receive your music in such a way from the beginning?
It definitely is. It's satisfying. I will say that, like, to have people still care about the things that I'm doing 21 years after I was introduced to the public is it's amazing. I have to say, like, I'm always surprised, pleasantly surprised when somebody tells me that they like my new material, that they enjoy something that I just recently put out. So it's been a blessing.
You think about who you were back then, 21 years ago, and the type of music that you're making now. Is there anything you regret in the process?
Absolutely not, because everything is a learning process. Like, you get an opportunity to, I was introduced to the business at such a high level. And so you get a chance to learn from, people that are doing things that are not normal to most people. So I've really been able to glean a lot of information from people that are, at the very top of the food chain, so to speak, in music.
Gotcha. So, because you think about some of the music we listen to today, and y'all used to say back in the day, don't make songs that you're going to be regretting when you're 20 years down the road. So you don't have not one song that you're like, yeah, I probably should.
I definitely have some songs that that are questionable, you know what I mean? But I mean, that's just a part of growing up, you know what I mean? Like, I was, when I was young, I did young things, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. So I'm just, as people grow and they mature, the music should do the same thing. Like, you can't ask the new edition that, when they were 13 making Candy Girl to make the same song that they made, when they were 20 to their 50s. Like, it's just, it's just a maturation process.
So now with this brand new music that you have, I want you to tell the folks exactly the name of the album, exactly the name of the single that you think is just what they need. Like, because, people, they can hear one thing and they say, okay, I'm gonna look it up, but give it to them on the micro level.
I mean, well, it's very simple. This is my new holiday EP, and it's called My Favorite Holiday, and the song is called My Favorite Holiday. So you cannot miss it. Like, the song and the EP are both titled the same thing, My Favorite Holiday.
Now, there's no guy that technically is the king of Christmas or the princess of this and that. We have that. So are you trying to position yourself as the king of holiday music?
I'm just trying to sing some good songs. Listen, like, everybody that I looked up to musically had great holiday material. People like Luther Vandross and Nat King Cole and Donny Hathaway have all put out, like, excellent, holiday material. And so this is my first actual Ruben Studdard holiday project. I plan on releasing one every year for the next couple of years, just because I took so long to put out my first one. So I'm going to do something like this, a small EP at least once a year for the next couple of years until I get satisfied that I've done enough holiday music.
Gotcha. So, there's always like a different holiday vibe too. You got the ones you just mentioned, but also the soulful Christmas. Right. Where do you fall in between here? Are you giving us all jazz or a mix of all of it?
I'm giving you a little bit of everything. My favorite holiday is what you would probably call traditional R&B music. Then I have, like, just a classic, piano track with a few strings on Silent Night. So there, it's Away in the Manger is a jazz arrangement. You know what I mean? So there's enough variation of styles to let you know, like, I can do it all. And so, we just had a good time in the studio, for sure.
And what month was this made in the studio? So were you actually in the Christmas spirit, or you had to force it to be in the room?
We had to make our own Christmas spirit. A lot of these songs are kind of piecemeal together, because I recorded this over like a 2-year period. So, like, whenever I'm like, we need to do another song for this EP I want to put out. And so, some of it was done in summertime, some in the fall, some, so it's all over the place, but the music is consistent.
And consistently, you've been good at what you do. Anytime we see you on screen, you've been good at that. And I just want to ask you this question as an Eve fan. Can we see you in more cameos coming soon, like in Eve when you were the brother?
I honestly thought that I was going to have more episodes on that show. Like, I really did. But it ended abruptly. And, they didn't get to, bring that character back. But, if anybody wants to bring Ruben to a television show, I'm definitely ready to take on that challenge.
But most importantly, though, let everybody know where they can find this album or this EP, and also what song you think is really going to do it for.
I mean, the album is available on all streaming platforms. So, iTunes, Spotify, everything in between, it's there. And also, I just think it's, it's just it's good feeling music. Like it's and I'm so excited I got a chance to do work with the people that I'm always around, the executive. One of the EPs, the main producer is my friend John Jackson. We've been working together since we were 18 years old, and we're still working together now. And it's just always good to work with people that know you, know your sound, and are invested in the career that you built.